Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
Happy Tuesday, folks. It is Tuesday. It's May the 20th. We're going to talk some Complex League ball today. We are a couple of weeks into the Complex League at this point. We have some good data points, and we're going to talk some breakouts. Getting in on complex players early is crucial to success. I sit here and tell you that you need to jump these players early. If they falter, okay, so be it. These are most likely back into the roster type players for prospects that you need to add. If they struggle, then you can always drop them later. But getting in early on the breakouts will do you wonders. So we're going to talk about all the top performers at the complex. Before we do, the episode is brought to you by Connect Roasters Coffee. Connect Roasters is Ian Happ's coffee company. Go check them out at connectroasters.com. Use the code DynastyDugout. Buy one, get one free bag of Gold Glove Blend. It's a great blend of coffee. Go check that out today. And we're proud to partner with Chinook Seedery, the best sunflower seeds in the game. Chinook offers a wide variety of flavors from sweet to salty to spicy, and they're all fantastic. You'll want to get those 10% off. Go to ChinookSeedery.com and use the code DynastyDugout today. All right, Complex League. What matters? What doesn't? Well, stats matter to an extent, but I'd argue surface stats don't matter for any prospect. I'm looking at watching them. I'm looking at underlying data. I'm looking at the projection of who the prospect will be long-term. And that's exactly what we're doing with these prospects at the complex. So also you got to factor in age. Like, what is too old to be at the complex? Now, arguably right now, the best player at the complex is Victor Figueroa. Victor Figueroa is a first baseman in the San Diego Padres organization, and he's 21 years old. So we look at this and we say, how much stock do we put in Victor Figueroa? He turned 21 last year at the end of the year, so barely, December 31st, so at the end of the year, but he's 21. He's 6'5", 240. Is it legit with Figueroa? All right, so here's the reality. Victor Figueroa, he's a JUCO draftee out of Florida Southwestern State University. That's in Fort Myers. Red Sox didn't see this guy. Obviously, they're down in Fort Myers. But Padres draftee, he got slot bonus in the 18th round, $150K. This is a fascinating kind of story. He was at Mississippi Valley State University in 2023. He hit well. Then he went back to JUCO, probably for draft eligibility purposes, I'd guess. And so far this year, Victor Figueroa is tearing up the complex. He's got 5 home runs. He's got 2 stolen bases. He's hitting .605 in 44 plate appearances with a .659 OBP and a .1263 slug. Yes, that was a slugging percentage there, which is nuts. Is this legit? Like, Figueroa's walking as often as he strikes out. He puts the ball in the air often. Actually, he doesn't pull the ball that much. Contact numbers are good. It's like, all right, what is this Victor Figueroa guy? Because he's interesting. He's dominating. Like, does it matter? And this has put you in a spot where it's like, okay, like, sure, it's an older guy for the complex. It's like, all right, what should we actually buy into with Victor Figueroa? It looks good. You watch him, and it looks like a strong frame that's going to hit for power. He has shown the ability to hit with wood before, so this is not shocking. He's had some summer leagues where he has performed. I think it's an interesting little player here. Do I think he's like a top prospect? I don't think so, but I think he's a pretty solid one. Like, this is, all right, so the Padres system's bad, like, just being honest. There's not a lot of prospects in the Padres system. Like, Victor Figueroa now is heading to single A. Like, he's going to join the team in Lake Elsinore, and I was blanking on who the Padres single A affiliate was, but we'll see what he's made of. So, like, this is a name to know, of course. You look at it and you say, all right, like, can this be legit? Well, maybe. I think that he probably fits in like a top 400 overall prospect for now. I'm not sure I'm fully buying in. I don't want to go all in on this guy just because he's dominating the complex, but I do think there's some legitimacy here with Figueroa as far as first base prospects go. We will know more probably this week. We'll see him in single A. What's he made of? Yeah, I'm really curious to see. So Victor Figueroa, the Padres, is probably the most hyped prospect right now from a statistical standpoint. Am I buying in? Maybe not fully. So that's one of the older prospects. We'll get him out of the way first. Also one of the best statistical performers. All right. Next, let's talk about Dauri Fernandez. Dauri Fernandez, Dauri Fernandez of the Cleveland Guardians. This is someone, the Guardians get people every year that pop off at the complex. They get guys that pop off in the DSL every year. Fernandez just turned 18, by the way. So that obviously matters. He's young. He will spend the entire year at 18. He won't turn 19 until next March during spring training. Signed last year, January 2024, went to the DSL, and he hit for average. He did what you expect him to do. It's a smaller frame. It's a switch hitter who hits well from both sides. He had 1 homer and 8 stolen bases last year in the DSL. Slash 287, 370, 407. So not much power. This year, we're looking at 49 plate appearances, but Fernandez has 19 hits already, which is pretty wild to see. He's got 3 triples and 5 doubles. No home runs yet, but the slug is way up from last year at 750. So you like to see that. A lot of line drives, a lot of fly balls from Fernandez. He's putting the ball in play quite often. He struck out at 8% clip, which is phenomenal to see. He's pulling the ball at a 50% rate. That's substantial. So we're seeing more poolside balls. And the contact numbers are really, really impressive, which they were last year in the DSL too. So when you look at this profile, we see that he's kind of played around the infield. He's played some short, he's played some third, he's played some second. This is typical. He's the prototypical Guardians prospect. Shorter infield prospect with a good feel to hit. What can we project long-term for Dauri Fernandez? I still think that's like up for debate because he's so young and it's hard to project this body. Like when I look at this body, there is some projection on it. He is shorter, but he still has room to add some weight. I think there's some legitimacy here. The Guardians have had prospects excel in this org that look like this, but what are we looking at exactly? Like how much speed? Like he's not the fastest runner clock time. You're going to look, he's going to steal some bases, but the clock times on him, they're like, okay, they're fine. I've got some clock times that are just like, yeah, he's not a plus runner in my opinion. I'm not sure we'll see anything better than average power long-term. He may not even get to average power long-term. So it's a hit tool first type profile. So I'm not like going all in on him yet. I want to see a little more. Another complex league standout hitter out west. We're getting a lot of out west guys. Joswa Lugo of the Angels, and Lugo was a standout in the DSL last year. He's only gotten better. Lugo looks the part. Like he's tall, he's 6'3", he's filled out, but he's strong. He still has some projection. He's a young 18 too. He turned 18 this January. So he's like younger than most players at the complex, and he's hitting. So last year we saw Lugo put up some good numbers. He had 5 home runs and 18 steals in the DSL. Good athlete. He hit 300 with an 836 OPS. Lugo's off to a good start in the complex, even though he's not walking. He's swinging. He's pretty aggressive. He's swinging early in counts, but he's making contact, which works. He's hyper aggressive. He's like a 60+% swing rate. That's high. It was very high at the DSL last year too. So Lugo might play down pretty substantially in an OBP league. Though I do think the power's above average. I think the speed's plus. Joswa Lugo, Joswa Lugo, is a power speed prospect that might be worth investing in, just seeing where it goes. That's Joswa Lugo of the Los Angeles Angels. A prospect that I love, that I still think is not getting the buzz, and you can get much cheaper. And I've liked this guy since he signed. That's Ching-Hsien Ko, and I hope I'm saying that right. I'll spell it for you. He's a Dodgers organization. Ching-Hsien Ko, K-O. He's 6'3". He's highly projectable. He's got a lot of tools, and he's showing them off. Last year, he just got 40 plate appearances in the DSL because he signed in June. He signed in June 2024 out of Taiwan. the Dodgers have been exploiting, I don't say exploiting, but doing a good job signing on that amateur market there before, because most of these guys, and the Athletics have done a good job too. Like they're getting these Asian players right out of high school. And that's not typical. This is a new kind of trend, but it's a really good one. And Ching-Hsien Ko, like left-handed bat, he's a 6'3" outfielder. He's 215. Like he's strong. He's off to a really good start so far at the complex. Yes, he struck out a 24% clip. Okay, I can look past that a bit. He's got a homer and a steal, but he also has 6 doubles so far. He's driven in 11 runs. I think Ko is a legit prospect, and there's people that are definitely buying into what he's doing. So if you know Beck in the Discord, Beck is he's building sources. He's built a source with a scout that is on the international side. And this is what this scout said about Ching-Hsien Ko. Impressive young player. Power has a chance to be impactful when he matures physically. He said he's somebody to keep an eye on for sure that could really take off in the complex. And I'm buying into that. I believe that Ching-Hsien Ko is a legit prospect. I'm going to move him up my boards. What I've seen is good. The projectability is good in the frame. I'm pretty interested in Ching-Hsien Ko of the Dodgers. So I'd invest. He's a really fun player for sure. One more out west. We'll get on the East Coast for sure, but got another one out west, and that's Eli Lovich of the Cubs. Again, another one I really liked. Drafted out of high school, later round pick, but got an overslot bonus. He's a 6'4" projectable outfielder who's 19. Long legs, good swing from the left side, good feel for the barrel. He's off to a good start, slashing .333, .412, .467. He doesn't have a home run yet, but he has 4 doubles and a triple so far, 8 strikeouts, 6 stolen bases, 5 walks for Eli Lovich. Eli Lovich was a potential breakout for me pre-complex, and I'm certainly interested in buying in to what he's doing. It's just a profile that you look on and you say, yeah, I can really dream on what's happening here. So I'm very interested in that. Let's go to the East Coast. There's definitely people to talk about. And who would be better to talk about than Rainiel Rodriguez? The catcher in the Cardinals org's off to a stellar start. He has 6 home runs and 46 plate appearances, 2 doubles. He has as many walks to strikeouts, and he's slashing .412, .543, 1,000, so 1,000 slug. Rainiel Rodriguez, really good prospect. Does he catch long term? I don't know. Does it matter? I don't know. The bat might just be so good. Rainiel Rodriguez needs to go to single A. He needs to be out and go to Palm Beach and be challenged. Yeah, he's really young, so I understand why not. But this is a kid that's hitting the cover off the ball. Rainiel Rodriguez is doing all the right things. I'm excited about this progression. And it looks like I was probably wrong on having Yairo Padilla over him, though Padilla has picked it up. I really like what we've seen from Rainiel Rodriguez. He was great at the DSL last year. 10 home runs in the DSL and 184 plate appearances and 1145 OPS. He put a lot of balls in play. He walked more than he struck out there. And yeah, the underlying data's improved. It looks really, really good with Rainiel Rodriguez. He's lifting the ball with authority. He's getting to the pull side. He's making enough contact. The power is really legit here with what we're seeing from Rainiel Rodriguez. I wrote up Nate George this morning. Nate George was on my list of players to not leave your FYPD without. I'm not going to sit here and hype and say like I was pushing Nate George. I didn't push him that hard. I liked Nate George. Nate George was somebody that I put like top 250 in FYPD, and basically said like Nate George is somebody that you can get in on really late in a really deep league and has the potential to pop off. And pop off he's done that absolutely. 3 home runs. He hit one last night or yesterday. He has as many walks to strikeouts. He's stolen 5 bases, and he's slashing .433, .528, .767. Now, I watched Nate George quite a bit this spring in person on the backfields. It's a shorter, stocky frame. It's a really good athlete. George runs well. He was a track star in high school. He's got power, just a strong frame with good bat speed. He moves well in the outfield. Really good defense, I thought, at least I saw in the outfield. and their speed. There was whiff that I saw. And that's still a question for me is like, will Nate George show whiff when he moves up to single A? How's he going to fare with better breaking balls, good fastballs up in the zone? All those questions I still have not had answered. So I don't think we're going to see it in complex ball. We're not going to get a good answer in complex ball. He's just absolutely going to dominate. And you should probably get in on him now because people are going to push him really high. And when they do, all of a sudden, you're going to see his stock go. And you can potentially trade him, or you hold on and hope that he just continues to hit in single A. We'll see. I like Nate George a good bit. Jose Anderson's the final one. Jose Anderson's off to single A now. He will make his single A debut tonight with the Carolina Mudcats. This team just gets better. Marco Dinge just left. He went to high A. Great. He needed to. Too good for single A. Written about Dinges a lot, but Jose Anderson, he was as good as Mate and Luis Pena last year statistically. That's fun. We'll see what he can do in single A. But Jose Anderson, 3 home runs and 3 stolen bases in 45 plate appearances with a 333, 467, 750 slash. Very much like Jose Anderson, what I've seen out of him. I've not seen him in person yet. Hopefully, I'll have to go back and see the Mudcats again this year. I saw him in April for a week. I need to go back and see more because that team is just so much fun. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at for the complex league hitters. A lot of fun names there. Those are guys that I think are really popping off early. Now, there's some pitchers as well that are standing out. We'll see, and we'll talk about those. Let's take a quick break in the show, and we will get right back and talk about some of the pitchers that I think are breaking out. All right, who are the best pitchers at the complex? I think this year might be one of the better pitching crops we've seen at the complex in a while, and that's really fun to talk about. There's some really good standouts there, and it's showing statistically and under the hood. So off the top, we have to talk about Argenis Cayama. I hope I'm saying that right. Argeniscayama. Probably Cayama, if I'm looking at it now. But Cayama dominating so far. He's tossed 11 innings. He is not allowed a run to cross, 5 hits, 4 walks, and 17 strikeouts. This is an 18-year-old prospect in the Giants organization. He was really good at the DSL last summer, and he continues to be really good at the complex. And it looks like he may be a quick mover out of the complex to San Jose in the Giants org and see what he's actually made of. Fastball's inconsistent velocity-wise, but it's got good shape. He'll work at 92 to 95. He's topped at 98 this season, so that's really fun to see. Cayama, he repeats his delivery well. He does a lot of things that you want to see. It's a changeup and slider as far as secondaries go. I think it's really good stuff here. I'm not saying like we should go all in on this guy, but you certainly watch him and you see an effortless fastball. I'll say that. You watch and you're like, yeah, that's pretty effortless stuff. That slider has really good depth to it. It's got good sweeping action as well. He can run the fastball. It's got ride and run to it, so it looks really good. He'll drop in kind of a downward breaking slider. He'll run the fastball in on hitters. It's just a really fun arm to watch, and the changeup has good potential as well for an 18-year-old. I'm sitting here watching this as I'm talking to you. Changeup, good fade, good depth on it against lefties. It's a good arsenal of pitches. And so I think we have to talk about him as one of the better pitchers at the complex right now. Really, really like what I've seen. The Brewers have a pair of guys as well, highlighted by Ethan Dorchies. Dorchies is 18 years old. Dorchies has all the talent in the world, and I think he's going to be in Carolina single A before long, just given how good he's performed. I've written about him every time he's pitched. Why? Because in 12 innings this year, he's allowed 2 total hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 19 strikeouts. Dorchies, it's good stuff. I mean, it's 92, 93, where he's sitting with the fastball up to 95. It's a lower release point, 5.5 release point, 15 inches of IVB. It's a really good vertical approach angle and 7 feet of extension. So that's really good extension on that pitch. He'll throw a sinker with good running life to it as well. He throws a slider, changeup, cutter. Slider's low 80s is about 7 inches of sweep with late depth. Again, that low release height, tough for hitters to pick up. Changeup, It's really good fade. It's like up to 15 inches of fade, and there's a cutter and a two-plane curveball. Man, it's a deep arsenal at this point for Ethan Dorchies. I'm really, really excited what this guy brings. It's a fun arsenal. He's buzzy. Buy in now on Ethan Dorchies. I'm telling you, you want to be in on this guy for sure. The other Brewers arm, Jayden Dubanewicz, he's fun as well. 16th rounder last year, but he got a 665K bonus. Anything after the 10th round is a 150K bonus. So Dubanewicz, spelled Jayden, that's Jayden, and then Dubanewicz, Dubanewicz. Dubanewicz, that's a huge overslot bonus. Over 500K above the slot. He was committed to Florida, 6'1", projectable frame. He's working the fastball around 93.2, touching 95. It's a funky slot, gives hitters fits. Good sinking action, 5'7" release height, about 15 inches of IVB, 15 and a half. But he throws a sinker too with a little less IVB and more run than the four seam. Dubanewicz mixes in a slider, curveball, changeup. It's a deep arsenal. Slider, it's 81-82 with 6 inches of sweep. Changeup, 16 inches of fade and late depth. It's a good pitch at 86. As he creates more velocity separation between the changeup and fastball, it's really going to play. He had his best start of the year on Monday. He faced off against a good Royals team. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 9 whiffs, and a scoreless 5 innings. So really good work from Dubanewicz in that start. He's been awesome. The other guy I want to highlight was also pitching in that game. And I watched it. It was awesome pitching. You don't see pitching matchups like this in the complex, but Kyle DeGroat, right-handed pitching prospect with the Kansas City Royals. He is good, guys. Very, very good. His first start, he shoved. He walked 5 batters last week. He returned on Monday. It was nearly perfect over 5 innings. It was a very, very good start. It's a funky arsenal. It's a repeatable delivery. Fastball sits 91 right now, but it's pretty unique traits. Up to 94, 18 inches of vert. Tops, he's around 16 and a half inches of vert pretty regularly, but it's from a 5'3" release height. So from the release point, that's absurd IVB. It's really, really good. He'll mix in a running fastball as well, like 12 to 18, or 12 to 14, not 18, 12 to 14 inches of running life. It's really, really good. And the higher riding fastball is around 6 inches of run on it. There's 2 variations of the breaking ball. He spins those exceptionally well. Curve and slider. The curve sits in the upper 70s. Good depth, good sweep. And the slider's around 81 with more carry and 6 inches of sweeping action. He rounds out his arsenal with a changeup, 83 to 85, 14 inches of fade, and good carry. Kyle DeGroat is good, guys. This kid can pitch. He's going to go to single A soon. I'll see him in Columbia. I liked Kyle DeGroat out of high school, just given the data on the showcase circuit that I got. The pitch data was kind of absurd. And I was very much in on what I saw. And for a 14th rounder that got well above slot, it told you everything that you needed to know, in my opinion at least, that this kid could really pitch. Very, very much in on what we have seen from Kyle DeGroat. Go buy in. I don't think you'll regret it, honestly, because it's just a high floor. It's a repeatable delivery. Those strikes, he does a lot of things really, really well. So those are the complex leagues arms to know early on. A lot of guys we haven't got big samples for. Those are some of the ones that we do have bigger samples for, though. You look at it and you say, all right, like these samples, we feel pretty decent about buying into them with really good performances. There's Xavier Rivas that's performing well. He is 22 years old on the complex. So again, it's a little bit different than an 18, 19-year-old that we've looked at and that we've talked about. So that's one where it's been really good performance. But again, I exercise a little more caution just given the age. Jose Feliz is probably the other one that you need to know. Feliz has been dominant so far with really good results. He's missing bats. He's limiting his walks at a 37% K rate to a 2% walk rate. The stuff doesn't overpower anyone, but I think that it can be really good. And there's still a lot of room. Like, he's young. Feliz with the Nationals, he's 19. So I think we see some progression there. I think those are the biggest standouts right now. I like Jeremy Pilon a little bit with the Tampa Bay Rays. I like Starlin Torres with the Reds. I've written him up a couple of times. Trey Gregory Alford needed to miss more bats, but he showed some good things as well. So those are the names that you want to know complex pitching wise. But that's going to do it. These are the complex league players that I think are breaking out really early on. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you can add these players and be in early before they really take off. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk tomorrow.